gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, it's Jonathan from the Howard Hospitality Group. Welcome to another weekly Vending Live. Joining me tonight, I've got, of course, Matt from Galaxy Games 843.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Yay! And of course, David from Xtreme Vending.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, with this fancy new internet. Looking good, man. Looking good.
Thank you.
And special guest, Jennifer Janes, president of MBVA. Hi.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome.
Hi.
How's everybody doing?
Doing well.
Good.
Happy hump day, happy vending talk day.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And all that. Did you guys all have a pretty busy week this week?
Always.
Nice. Who wants to go first and talk about their week?
I can go, I guess.
Okay. David's
So,
up.
so just, done collections and doing the vending and just enjoying things. Had some good sales these last few weeks, so I think it's because it's still summer and, July and holiday week and stuff like that. Or a couple weeks ago was holiday. So a lot of people enjoying their family times, so sales are good. But I'm looking for more locations still, as always. I got machines coming in and looking to constantly expand.
Nice. So any crazy repairs, any crazy collections or anything you had this week?
I actually do have a repair to do, and I thought of Matt when I got this machine back. It's actually right next to me. I have a Mega Mini who finally gave up the ghost after, 2.5 years of running pretty solidly. And it's nothing big. I just have to repair a power supply. So it's not, but there's a lot of people that are scared of replacing the power supply, and it's not that big of a deal. It's really simple. So I was like, I'll be a Matt here, and I'll do a replacement video for people that don't know how to replace the power supply.
For those who are worried about that kind of stuff, you guys need to go, because we just posted a thing on our webpage that has like some details on the Mega Minis. I'm working on the Key Quest, which is like your Gamer Quest or your Key Quest that she carries also. But the way they do the back end of these machines is like you open up a panel, you unlock it, you open the panel. On the door is your board right there. So you don't have to reach inside and, with your big hands in these tiny machines and try to fix it. And then right in front of you, as you open the door, mounted right there is your power supply. So if you can't replace a power supply by unscrewing a few screws and popping it out and sticking a new one in there, then I don't know how to help you. I mean, it doesn't get any easier because all the other machines we have, I can't get my hands. I don't know about you guys, but they're so small. Like, I can't get my hands in there, and usually it's Amelia that has to go in there and like loosen stuff up or do stuff for us because Sam has big hands too. But I mean, they did it right. It's open up the back and it's right there. So yeah, you're right, David. I mean, it's super easy. So it should be a pretty quick fix for you for sure.
Yeah, they only take me like 5 minutes to replace the power supply. It's super. I've done it, in the past before, and it's like I never make videos on it. I'm like, that's kind of a Matt thing to do right there. I should be doing that. I
He
figured
is the master fixer.
I have
that
it
guy.
right here in my garage with me, and I'm just going to do the repair here shortly, next day or two. I end up placing a Gamer Mini in this spot. That's what's kind of nice, having the extra inventory. So I threw a Gamer Mini in, and to be honest, the Gamer Mini is better than the Mega Mini. So I think it's going to be good. Hi, dear. My wife is looking at me.
Who wants to go second?
I can.
Okay.
I've been doing some of my older bulk routes and didn't have any repairs, knock on wood. Had one service call. Been working on some Legos. Got my dog done.
Nice.
But just going out and doing the normal thing. Always be locating. I went out for about 4 hours and located a couple places. So when my new machines come in, I'll have some spots for them ready to go. Other than that, same old.
So you service that once a month? Your old bulk route?
every 2 to 3 months.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
nice. Oh, Akshay got
Nice.
your lights on. He's
Yep.
taking care of you. He's got your back.
They just came on. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Cool. How about you, Matt?
As per usual, it's been a busy week. You know, we've been making videos, we've been doing vending, we've been doing collections, but we've also been doing repairs. So I think last week we talked about the hot stuff claw machine at the ice cream and candy shop, how somebody had shaken it or something. The gantry ended up down in the prize area. Well, I went and I put it all back together. I had to replace the string or fix the string, and all of the work I put into that machine, and I could not get it to work. So there's still an issue with that machine. I can't get it figured out right now. I haven't really put the time in. All I did was I took the toy taxi claw machine, swapped it in there, put the Nyax on the toy taxi machine, got that all set up. So it's back up and running. The toy taxi is at the ice cream and candy shop. We've got the hot stuff machine back here, and I'm currently troubleshooting. But like I said, I haven't got to put that much time into it yet. So that's on my frustration list this week.
Do you have
Do you have
a
a list of things that you want to try, like that you think that it might be? Do you?
Well,
just to give
it's
people an
obviously
idea?
so basically what's happening is at boot up, the claw is, if I have it in a down position because I've unraveled the string, the claw pulls up, but it's like the machine doesn't know when to stop. So I think it's an issue in the wiring or an issue in the up down switch.
That's what I was going to say. Because we just had that issue with one of ours, was the up down
Yeah.
switch, and when it would go up, and ours was just loose. It was just a loose wire, probably from being moved so many times, or
Sure.
you know, whatever it was, and that's all it was. And I just got that connector back on there because I don't really think those switches. I mean, it takes a long time for those kind of switches to go bad. I would think.
Well,
I mean,
I did test the switch with continuity test. The switch is good.
Okay.
So now that's why I think it's probably something with the wires or the
The
connectors,
wiring.
which I pulled them off and put them back on and didn't fix the problem. So I really probably just need to pull the gantry out and really dig into it.
on that machine, you know, because we've got newer machines. Besides we got a couple old ones. You know, we have that Toy Soldier and the Big Choice, but the new ones now, they're so fancy that the issue that we had, the same exact issue that you're having, where it would go, drop down, pick up the item, come back up, and it wouldn't register that it had gotten to the top. So it would just stop, and then it sends up an error, and it just sits there. Like, it's that fancy now that it knows there's a problem, and it won't keep reeling. It won't, you know, it just stops. And I thought that was pretty cool, because then that keeps you from having more problems, you know, down the road. But because I think the older ones, they don't do that, right? They don't automatically shut off, or does it just stop right there when it
Well, this one, it's happening during the boot up process, so I haven't gotten it. You know, it hasn't passed that test, so
That test
therefore, I can't do any of that stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So ours was doing the same thing. Cause I would basically, you know, I was trying to figure it out, and you turn it back on, and it would go, and then it would go to pull itself back up, and it didn't like that. So it would just give an error.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember what the error code was. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have to remember, but I'd
Probably
never
like
seen that
up-down
error
switch
code.
error or something like that.
Yeah. So anyways, it was lint error, I think, or something like that. Lint error is what it said. And I didn't know what that meant, so I had to figure that out. But that's all it was the switch, and then But I watched your video today. Good video. Thank God the weather's been hot, because your laundromat's been crushing it.
Drinks are killing it. I mean, we also had our best week ever at the top secret location. You know, I think previously our best week was like 500 something. This week we passed 600 and something in that location just for the week. So it's a
cool.
lot of work though. I mean, I feel like I'm buying inventory for full line like 3 or 4 times a week. It's getting crazy,
That's awesome.
but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Just a
Very
lot of
cool.
work. A lot of work and a lot of storage.
So our week, we've got kind of a lot going on. We got our route, of course, and luckily Natalie's been taking care of the full line for us, so she's been doing all of that, and so that took a huge weight off my shoulders. And then the kids and her have been doing like half the route, and then I do the other half of the route, because I have to go. I have my little Amazon store that I do in my part time, that I go and get stuff for the store and stuff. So I go and fill up one side of our route, and then they do like the other half of our route. So that's been really good. So we had the filling of that, but then we launched our website. We did a bunch of wraps for these Mega Mini machines and the KeyQuest machines, And in the process of doing that, and we had our advertising screens and our claw stand. So we're actually expanding now to a whole bunch of new stuff that's going on, which is really exciting. So a new claw stand's coming out that will allow you to have bulk items on each side of the stand. So a lot of people were concerned about how wide the stand was and the room that it was taking. So now you'll be able to have a couple bulk, like gumball machines or something on each side of it to fill up that gap and then make more money, which is cool. And then our advertising screens, I've been working on it with Rainey, and she's basically building mounts for the top of her machines to put the screens on the top. So instead of having a, like a topper or a marquee, you can actually order the screens. And then the guys that design the software for us for the screens is making them so that there is it's a locked password, so people can't mess with the screens. So she's building the thing, and then they're messing with the software. So it's been a lot of exciting stuff going on and a lot of work behind the scenes. And I've been answering a lot of phone calls. We started a new Facebook page, which I know you guys are all joined. It's called Let's Talk Vending. And the goal is with this Facebook page is I can't stand the negativity that's out there on Facebook, and the Discord has been a very, very supportive and positive place. And I'd like to see like the Facebook, area kind of do that same thing. So we built a Facebook page, Jenza, and David, and then Matt, I was gonna ask you if you guys, all are gonna hopefully be, what do you call it? Admins on it.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
so we can, help people and do all that, and then just keep it positive. And so if you guys haven't joined, go join the Facebook page. It's called Let's Talk Vending, and the goal is to basically be the center where everybody can go and actually get help and have positive feedback instead of all this negative stuff that I see out there, because it's really bad. And so we've been working on that. But yeah, there's a lot going on for us, and it's more than just vending anymore. And I saw Dunn Claw Vending. I spent probably a couple hours with him on the phone this week, helping him with a bunch of stuff. So if you guys need help or need anything, let us know. David did a really nice video for us. We're helping people order machines to get the Mega Minis and stuff in, and get their wraps and all that stuff. So a lot of stuff for us, but exciting. All good stuff for people, and I'm really excited. So, but we got some super chats. We got a lot of comments. So let's get to it here. Hold on a second.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, first super chat of the night. You guys know him and love him. It's Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More, starting it off with a $2 super chat. Says, this weekend my aunt and uncle are coming in from San Francisco.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Cool. Coming
From
up
our
from
neck of the
Jonathan's
woods.
neck of the woods. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
We also have a super chat from Frosty Arcades, $4.99. This one's a question, and it says, does each city require its own permit when placing a claw machine in a location?
So,
Some cities do, some cities do not.
yep. And I would check with your city and your county, because it does
And your
depend
state.
on. Yep. And basically, like poor Matt, I mean, he's got to pay for his license for each one of his machines every year.
For
So-
amusement. Not
Amusement.
Yeah,
So do you pay one fee for all of them, or do you pay per machine?
per machine.
Per machine.
Jeez.
So, and
That's why he
in-
doesn't do the minis as much, is because if he's going to pay for that sticker, it's going to be the same price whether it's a mini or a full size crane.
Correct.
You should
Right.
see if your AMOA will fight that. Have they ever tried?
They've been fighting it for years.
Okay.
So
Because in Oregon, the AMOA was able to get rid of ours.
it really dates back to the poker machine days, honestly. And
Yeah.
then once the poker machines went away, they never took it away because they were
That's
still
how
able to make
ours
money.
was able to win a lawsuit against the state and basically get rid of that. Now cities have it, but Oregon got rid of it through basically being like, "Hey, we're not gambling."
Right.
Yep.
That'd
Very
be
cool.
Interesting.
Be a lobbyist.
There you go.
Dunclaw Vending says, Jonathan, thanks for being so awesome, taking my call. Definitely going to be getting one of your only stands.
Yeah, I love that.
He means claw stands, advertising screens.
Yeah.
And advertising screens, yes. But I like the trend that we've got going here.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Zombie Slayer 95 says, "Hey guys, how many claw machines do I need to start a claw machine business?" The answer is one.
One only.
One.
And you have
That's
your
all
own
you
business.
need.
That's how I started, with one. I didn't even have the claw machine, actually. I started with 0. I got my first location with 0.
Yeah.
And then you went and got the claw machine.
Yeah, I went out and got that claw machine and placed it. Thank
Comp
you.
Magic, great green screen background, David. So
Thank
what do you
you.
got going on back there? Tell us about it.
So that's Kenichi Claw. So this came to my idea. I got this idea when we got the locations. Basically, I got 2 large plush inside my machine, and you can see the Tower of Mystery prizes and then the Pokeballs. One of those have a key in there, and if you find the key, you actually open it up and win everything inside.
The
It's a
actual
win it all.
machine.
Yeah, you win everything. It opens up the actual. Doesn't open up the lower compartment.
The prize area, right?
Yeah, just the prize field. It gets you into the prize field, and you can get anything and everything out of there. Hopefully, they don't steal my plexiglass or anything. But I don't
But
think
you changed out your lock with the prize locker key, correct?
Yeah, so it uses the
Yeah.
same key as the prize locker key. So once you
Very
put the
smart.
key in there, it gets stuck in there like the post office key.
So
and you,
so what you're saying is, if I'm in your arcade, and me being a claw machine owner as well, if I need like a coil from your gantry or something like that, if I win, I can take the plush and the coil from your gantry.
I really hope you don't do that. I don't think most people would think that. So
You're right.
I guess that could be like I thought about that actually the other day about the mini, but then I started thinking about the barber cuts and stuff like that, like the one that opened up the full door. Like
Sure,
what would
yeah.
happen? You go to those giant ones that hang the giant plush or
Yeah.
the giant PlayStations. What happens if you open it up and you go to grab that and you hop in there and you shut it? Are you locked in
There's
there?
an emergency switch.
Is there an emergency switch? I was wondering about that. Like, is there an emergency release? Like, what
I think they
happens if
bust through the floor.
I feel like isn't it something about the weighting of the thing too? If
Some of them
Oh,
are
that's
like
true.
but it has an inside button. That's why you're supposed to cover it with something so people can't stick anything in and hit the button and have the door open.
like the old
Oh, I
Slim Jim trick or
see.
something, yeah.
Oh,
So-
good to know now.
So, David, I noticed you got your mystery boxes in there. What are you putting in those?
Just plush. You know, the mega mini plush I put in there, and then
Well,
yeah.
I've been stuffing these all week for our large machines. It's like our big choice and stuff like that. We
Yeah,
put these in there. And these boxes are awesome, you guys. Like, people go
Where-
crazy for them.
Where did you get those ones from? Let's talk
can I
about
show-
sourcing for a minute.
Here, I'll be right back.
So these you can get on Amazon if you want to. We ordered them as part of a package that we got a long time ago when we ordered like some plush from China, like back in the day. I ordered these, and so I got these there. But they are available on Amazon, and they're in 2 different sizes. They're in small and then the large. And then when you fold them up, they look like this, which is really cool. So they have the little star on the top, and then we have the brick ones too, which are like these. And so we alternate them in the machine, and then, ooh, look at
Here,
those.
I'll show you this. Jesse has these, and he has also one that fits
Yeah,
the
so,
game.
Ooh, that's cool.
E3 Vending, who does a lot of stickers for people in the Discord, has these new mystery boxes available too, and they're like the rainbow
They're
shimmer
holographic.
version.
Oh shoot, my green screen.
Your green screen picking up, yeah.
But they're very holographic.
Wow,
and
I like that a lot.
Yeah, those
Yep.
are cool.
That's cool.
These
That's
are
cool.
made
So then
for
we
the
put in
minis.
Mario hats. We ordered a bunch of these. So we fold those, roll those up, and put them in there. We got little Mario backpacks that we put in there. We roll them up in the boxes, and then I don't know if you guys have seen these, but Amelia went nuts for these. She found these, and we ordered them. I don't think I'm gonna put it on because I'll mess up my hair. But have you guys seen these?
Oh yeah.
Are those
I got those.
Pokemon?
No,
Well, they're
it's
the hats. They
No,
light
they're
up,
not
and you can
Pokemon.
pop them.
And then you pull
Ears
the
pop.
little things, and the little ears go up.
yeah.
And
Does yours
these-
have LED lights?
Yeah, the LED lights too, but I don't know how to turn them on. Amelia does.
Oh, I done it. I done it before. I got those. So there's a little strip inside. Oh sweet, I can fit a gift card in this box.
Yeah, so we put these in there. We roll these up and put them inside there But these are really popular. People go nuts, and then they'll wear them in the restaurants and stuff when they're sitting there and they're pulling the little ears and stuff. They make Pokemon ones and stuff, but we don't do the licensed stuff. We do non-licensed stuff like this. But yeah, so very cool. So I just saw your boxes, and I was like, man, I got those sitting over here. I've been stuffing them all week. So
no,
very
cool. I was able to fit my credit card in here, so I'm assuming a gift card's about the same size. So it's just barely enough, and this will fit with I got these ones because those ones in my background are made for a little bit larger machines. Or
yeah, those are medium size, and then ours are big. Yeah.
Yeah. So these ones will actually fit in the Mega Mini, and you can win these.
Email E3 for those.
Yeah.
The holographic.
Yeah, I don't even know if I know he bought a whole bunch to resell, and he's getting a free shout out for this. Like, I don't know if he's ready to sell them, but so what we did is I ordered some too with him. I only ordered one box
With Elite too, right? Elite Claw has them too, right?
Yeah, maybe I would contact them
Because Elite, Jen, you could contact Elite. He has them.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and see if they're selling. I think Jesse's the only one, or E3 Vending's the only one that ordered the resell.
Okay.
I would talk to him, but maybe other people are going to resell too. But Jesse, E3 Vending's got so many, and he's got different styles, and I really like the holographic. It looks really good in the lighting.
It does.
Oh, yay! You can kind of see it in the green screen.
Yeah, they're cool.
We can see it now.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Very
you can
cool.
fit a gift card in here. I just did my credit card, so.
Well,
Don't
we have
leave it in
tons
there.
of T-shirts.
Oh, I know. I pulled it out already.
And those bigger ones, I need to put T-shirts.
Here's a question from Albert. He wants to know, what do you guys think about Funko Pops as mega prizes? My next experiment is on its way. 10 Funko Pops. I think
A lot
they
of
did
people do
well.
that.
Yeah.
In the prize lockers. Yep.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people do it. I'm not a Funko Pop fan myself. I like putting other prizes in there, but they work.
I put them in my
Shop.
big glove.
TikTok Shop right now is the best place I find in the cool stuff. So like these, I don't know if you guys can see them or not, but these are these Miniso, like they're like $11.99 right now because of the sale and the coupons. They're wireless headphones.
Oh, okay.
And they're
earbuds
actually
or?
over the ear, which is like the new
Okay.
popular thing on TikTok, instead of, because earbuds hurt people's ears a lot of times. So these go
Sure.
over the top of your ear. And these were like $11.99 on the TikTok Shop. So we stick these in our prize lockers, and
Kinda like
and
Beats
they,
Pros.
yeah, these are awesome.
Like a news anchor person, you're gonna have those hidden. You get a clear one. To look like you're.
Yeah. So, anyways, very cool. That's the kind of stuff you guys need to look on, like TikTok Shop and stuff. Is great. And then right now is Prime Day, you guys. I mean, Prime Day is going on, so check that. Also, there's good deals. So.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I've been scouring Amazon Prime for Prime Day deals, and honestly, like I just now placed an order for some more of those boxes, but I've been kind of just disappointed with the opportunity, the stuff on Prime Day this year.
Us too. We've been waiting for a while because Amelia does cheer, and last year we were so uncomfortable in the stands because we sat in those bleachers, and everybody has those chairs that like fold flat, and then you sit down and they like have padded arms and cup holders and stuff, and we're like, oh, we got to get some of those. And Natalie had the idea, she's like, go on Prime Day and see if they're cheap. And actually, they were the only thing that I found that I wanted on Amazon that was on sale. Everything else was just.
I mean, you want to hear something really funny? So I did order a lot of stuff, but all of the same thing today. Spent a couple $100 actually. So normally those cases of Red Bull, the stuff I use at the truck accessory shop, that new flavor they want.
Yeah.
Usually it's like $42 on Amazon. Today they were only $30, so I bought a bunch of them.
What flavor was it? Was it the sugar-free?
It's the Juneberry. So it's the Red Bull Sea Blue. It was the summer edition last year, but they made it permanent. So I bought a ton of that today.
Nice.
I got my first euro, paper euro, $5 euro.
That's
How does
cool.
that work?
Did it work in the machine?
No, they jammed up my bill acceptor. I mean, you look at a US dollar versus stupid green screen thing with there's whatever. The size difference.
Brawlicon says, Howard Hospitality, you are so correct. There's so much negativity in Facebook groups, and that is correct. You're right.
Yeah, it sucks. You think it'd be a place where people could help each other, and so the goal is, man,
Love it.
we're no tolerance in our Facebook group.
That's
It's all
right.
going to be
That's right.
positive, or you don't
I mean,
belong.
I feel like, in those Facebook groups, it's a lot of people that have been in the business for a long time. And, it's kind of the same issues we run into like the first year at the NBVA. I mean, there's going to be people that are not going to like what we do. There's not going to be people that like other people helping other people, because then it could encroach on them,
Yeah.
So that's what we run into a lot of in those Facebook groups.
I think the thing that makes me mad is, it's when people that have been in the business a long time, like new people come in and they ask a question that everybody had the same exact question when you started, and they just bash on them. And I'm like, you know what? Help the person out, like you were there once. Maybe it was 40 years ago, and maybe you're an expert now, but like everybody's got to start somewhere.
Or sharks.
And yeah, and so anyways, that's the thing that bothers me is like I don't want to see any of that in our Facebook group. I just want to say like, and I'm sure that a lot of us that have been doing, I've only been doing it 3 years, but sometimes, somebody will ask a question, I'm like, if you just did this, you would know the answers to that. But I remember how many stupid questions I asked in the beginning, because I'm one that I'm not afraid to ask questions. So I was always asking, and people, they had patience with me, like Kevin from Candy Machines and all these other people where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm an idiot. And like, he's full on FaceTiming me, showing me step by step how to take a coin mech apart or how to, fix something on a Super Mini. And I knew nothing. And without his help, we wouldn't be where we are today. So
Or that time you were live streaming and we all had to try and walk you through taking apart your dollar bill acceptor.
That was funny.
But
That
I
was a good
mean,
time.
like, who would ever thought you push down a metal bar and pull something out of the back of a DVA? Like that doesn't go through your mind. It's something
your
you would
first
even
time.
consider
You're right,
doing.
you're right.
So I mean, unless you know, you don't know. So like goal is like help people, and there was a question in the Facebook group today, which was a good question. This guy named Andrew Good had a question, and he's like, can I order your wraps? And and can I order all white machines and then order the wraps is what I want? And
Remember we were
I had-
talking about that.
yeah, and I had explained to him like they put the wraps on before they attach anything to the machines. So like they don't put the control panel on, they don't put the DVA on, they don't put the coin mech on, they don't put anything on the machine until the wrap is on first, and then they attach everything to it. So if he wants to do all the work of taking the machine completely apart and putting a wrap on, sure, you can totally do it. But it's a lot of work, and it's just if you don't know what you're doing, you could really screw something up. And you really got to take everything off and away from the machine to have a flat surface to do it right. And, I don't know. So it can be done, but he didn't know. And he had no idea. He thought they stuck it on after it was all done. And it's like, no, it goes behind everything. So, it's those kind of questions that aren't stupid.
But I
If
mean,
you
I don't think it's that unrealistic. I think that
No.
like, if it's just the bill acceptor, the bill acceptor, the coin acceptor, yeah, you're
Well,
not
then
gonna
the
be able to
control
do the
panel.
control pan, like the joystick and stuff. Just leave that whatever. But I mean, you're able to kind of do the sides and maybe the front.
It totally can be done. And I saw you pop that up, man. I'll get to that in a second too. You're so with it, man. I love you. Like, you're so good. But it can be done. 100% can be done. But then they just need to realize there's a little bit of work involved. But I think ordering them all white, and then you get you get a boba shop and you order a boba wrap, or you get a Mexican restaurant, you order a Mexican wrap, like, or a Hispanic wrap, or whatever it may be. Like, it depends, like that's a great idea. And I think that that's something that could be done. So, okay. So we'll get to the giveaway. Are you guys ready?
We're going to talk about the giveaway. We're not giving the machine away right now.
No. Sorry,
That's
you're right.
in like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
It is in like 2 weeks from now, as crazy as that is.
Matt, you ready?
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
All right, guys. We've talked about it a few times, maybe once or twice before, but let's just say we're giving away a Claw Crazy Claw Machine from CandyMachines.com. Take a look at your screen, guys. There is a beautiful example of what you will win if you are chosen as the winner. So myself, Matt from Galaxy Games 843, David from Xtreme Vending, Eli and Cody from Quick Play, and Jonathan from the Howard Hospitality Group are all working together with our friends over at CandyMachines.com to give away the Claw Crazy Claw Machine. Again, this is not a mini. It's not a medium size. This is a full-blown 31-inch claw machine. Awesome looking LEDs, very cool machine, and you guys can win one. All you need to do is join the Discord server to find the link. We talked about it before. The link is located on the left-hand side tab. All you'll need to do is find it. It is called Giveaway Candy Machines Claw Crazy 31-inch claw machine. Inside there's a link. Click that link and it'll take you to the form to fill out. Once you get that form filled out, you are registered to win the Claw Crazy Claw Machine. And once again, we're going to give this away on July 31st, which is in 2 weeks. So get signed up, guys.
Nice. Good job, man.
Nice.
You're the
Thanks,
man.
I try.
Jonathan, you made it just back in time. Did you go pee?
Calling him out.
Yeah, put that on the stream.
Can you guys hear Cray snoring? Is that distracting?
No,
No, we can't. You're good. You're good. Brawlicon, Xtreme Vending. What is the size of your claws on the machines behind you? What size claws are in those? Because they do look a little small.
They are. They're slightly bigger than the Mega Mini, but they're not as big as the medium-sized claw. I believe she said it was an M5. I could be just making that up and lying.
I'm pretty sure that's what I have on that same style machine that I have too.
Yeah. So I think it's an M5, and it's pretty nice because you can still do like Mega Mini sized toys, the 4-inch toys and whatever. You can do a little bit bigger, but I'm pretty sure it's M5. And the reason why I went with M5 on just these two is because I wanted to make sure I could put a lot of mystery toys in there and grab smaller toys. So if it works great with those little Pokeballs.
Does it have the rubber tips on the end?
These ones don't, but I guess you can get
it can pick up the Pokeballs without the rubber tips.
Oh yeah, people win those almost every single. Well, I have it set to, you know how it is. I have it set to like 1 and 4 on the Pokeballs.
Oh,
but to be honest, people win it quite often because I have even though the weak claw is weak, there's quite a few times where people pick it up, and I have it where because they're Pokeballs, they're round. I want to make sure people win,
and they're pretty light too. So
and they're pretty light, so people win those quite often. And I got so many Pokeballs in there, but. I had someone win the Mario before, but no one's won the Yoshi yet.
Yeah, didn't you show us? I think you.
Yeah, that was really fun. I put that together on the live stream about a month ago. That was really cool. I'm getting people they're getting really close to winning that Mario again. I'm running out of boxes, so
Nice.
Someone's gonna win that pretty soon.
So Jonathan, I did have a question for you about the wraps.
Okay.
So you've come up. Wow, I can't talk. You've come up with some really cool designs. But what about something that's a little more muted? Maybe have you thought about maybe doing something that like would, let's say for whatever reason there's a fancy restaurant that wants a mini claw machine, but they don't want anything that's out there crazy. Like I'm thinking like maybe kind of like the black box, kind of just toned down but still kind of professional looking. Have you been working on anything like that?
There's a plain one that I did, and I wasn't happy with it. So, because I had the same idea, because she can do any color machine you want, really. I mean, she can do purple or blue. I think it's blue, red, white, or black, or whatever. So I thought a black machine, and then I had kind of a wrap that was kind of futuristic, like it kind of reminded me of Quick Place Key Catcher, or machine, kind of like that. Sure. But it was not green, but it was kind of like just different muted blacks, and I wasn't happy with it. So I've been working on something, but if you guys have ideas or you see like a graphic somewhere that maybe can give me inspiration, because I've gone and I did that like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, screw this, and then I'm gonna go work on, farming wrap or something. Like I got so frustrated with it, and it seems like it's harder to do ones that are plain than it is to do ones that have all the stuff on them. I don't know why that is for me.
Like in my mind, I picture and hear me out before you say no. In my mind, I picture like a tuxedo theme, but not a tuxedo. Obviously, you're like so like mostly black, but maybe like some white trim or something like that. Something that's 100%. Not like out there
kind of
crazy.
like what Comp Magic just said.
Yeah, Comp Magic says you need a black or dark for restaurants. And a white one maybe for weddings or showers. Oh, those are good ideas.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, And I think that's it's harder for me to do those. Maybe because my brain likes
Your brain wants to go
disorganization.
all out. Yeah,
Yeah, it wants to
exactly.
go
But you like
nuts.
color too.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's hard. So,
You want it to be noticed for sure.
but I did start one and scratched it about 4 times, and I just said, "So you're 100% right." And you know me, because I mean, that's my favorite machine, like that I've loved, from the beginning, is that black
Yeah,
box, because
yeah.
I think it fits anywhere and it looks fancy, and I think that's a
Mm-hmm.
cool. It was, the whole piano black type look. I
Yeah,
think
exactly,
it's cool.
exactly.
We can work
Yeah.
on one. We
Yeah, so the one I did was like a piano black, and then it had basically like flat black, or not flat black, but maybe even like what's not flat, like satin black trim that was over the top of the piano black, so it kind of had edging, but I thought that'd be kind of cool, and it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, so I just got rid
It
of it.
sounds like there wasn't enough contrast there.
Yeah, it was. That's what it
Yeah.
was. And so then
Yeah.
then it went to like gray, and I'm like, no, that's too much. Like it's hard to find that balance. So
Absolutely.
no, but if you see something that it doesn't even have to be on a machine, but like if you see like a graphic on something,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've been looking at like car wraps of all things. Like for ideas, because there's some really cool David showed that little Mario box, that rainbow.
Like a
They're
holographic.
making the car wraps like that now, and they just look cool. So I was thinking of something with that kind of trim. I don't know, like holographic looking, and so I've been looking at a lot of car wraps too, because satin black or like flat black on cars looks really good, like the new Honda colors
See,
and the Toyota colors.
to me, I see that, and I think a car that's unfinished. It's like
Yeah.
it's got its primer on it, but it hasn't been painted yet.
Yeah, but then they put like black wheels on it. It's like, whoa, the car just pops. So it just depends
Sure,
on what
sure.
you do with it, and it's finding the right. It's hard. It's hard to find the right balance. But if anybody has ideas, please share them. I'm all about it. And
you
I
think it
have
needs to be clean lines, or can it be black and white with some like kind of like torn edges of black?
yeah.
I think
I
it
just
needs
feel
to be
like
very
I feel like
pristine.
if somebody lands a really upscale restaurant, like what would you want to put in there? That's
Okay.
kind of what I'm thinking. Like
Yeah.
something that's not going to be, too loud, but
Yeah.
still looks really nice, gets noticed, people want to play it.
And you know me, because we have a lot of those types of restaurants, and so for us, like that's A1, and so
Yeah, yeah.
our expansion down south, we did a custom one just for us that has where the area that we're going to, the whole machine is black and white, and it's just pictures of that, like iconic scenes from that area that are just all over the machine. And so that was my way of doing like a black and white type theme that I could fit down there. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do, and I definitely would love input, and like the whole thing with like the ducky one that we created, like everybody's like, I do ducks, like what do you got for ducks? And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about ducks, because we don't run ducks. So we have a mixed in, but we don't run an all duck machine. So it was something, and then so we did the duck one for somebody, and they're like, that's great, that's what I want. So please share ideas, and then I would totally jump on it. So very cool. All right, back to
Yeah.
comments. We're about 20 minutes behind, guys.
Oh, 20 minutes. All right, let's get caught up on some of these comments. All right, Waco's Car Wash channel, Elevators and More, says, Xtreme, how's the arcade doing?
My dog. Every time. My dog is like super hyper.
Your dog's trying to answer the question for you. That's
Yeah,
what that
no,
was.
things are good. Thanks for asking. Sorry, my dog is just so loud. I'm gonna mute myself for a bit.
Sure.
Okay, I think he's calmed down. What's that? All right, sorry. My wife is trying to help me out.
You're all good. You're all good.
Yeah, no, the arcade's doing well for right now. Thank you for asking.
Nice.
So yeah, things are good. I enjoy going down there once a week and collecting the collections. So
Sweet. Waco also reminds everyone, smash that like button, guys. Yeah, that's something we haven't said tonight. So hit that like button. Help other people find the live stream. Claw Magic says, I put cartoon watches in my boxes. So I'm talking, you must mean mystery boxes then. That's cool.
that's a good idea. I like that
Jonathan,
idea.
you might be on mute because we cannot hear you. I see you talking, but we cannot hear you.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, I was muted. I don't know why. Yeah, we do that in our minis. We put the cartoon watches, and they're great in the minis, and people love them in the mystery boxes. Great idea. Yep.
Nice.
Sorry.
I was
You're
thinking
good.
about those little spin machines that are coming out, the carousel machines that spin around. I was thinking about putting a couple of these up
You should.
when they're
Hanging,
spin,
yeah.
hanging,
Like
just
zip
kind of
ties or
twirling.
something.
I really think that's what I want to replace my barber cut with, because I said in that video, barber cut's starting to show its age. It's really not making the money it was making before. Ever since I got all the other new machines, and now everybody wants to play those. And now I feel like I need to get something new in spot of barber cut, and I really think I want one of those carousel machines.
I got 5 of them. They're just on the boat. One's coming right now, and then 4 others. This is the one that I bought from over the seas with Rainy. Oh crap! I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, it's
But I
got
thought it
prize
was-
lockers too.
Yeah,
it's
I
got
like
little
that
prize
one.
lockers. So
If I did one, that'd be the only one I would do.
yeah, it's going to be my test, and so I'm just waiting on that. Like, I'm real excited for the shipment to come in. I just been waiting so patiently. It's like Christmas.
So patiently.
Yeah.
Tinkers, welcome to the stream. Says loving those holographic boxes. They look great. Yeah, they do. They're very cool.
Yeah.
I love them. Yeah. Thank you. A whole box of them.
Comp Magic Jonathan, on the new Facebook page, I think you have the comment locked down, or maybe you have it that way because it was my first comment. But I can tell you, my posts have not gone live yet. Check it out. I know Facebook does catch a lot of stuff in like the spam section.
Yeah.
That admins have to go in and manually approve, so that might be happening there. Depending
Check
on
it
what you
again.
posted.
You basically, to be approved in the Facebook, and we did this to keep a lot of the riffraff out. But you need to be approved to be in the Discord. In the Facebook, and then once you're approved, you should be able to post and do all that stuff. So it's just we have to approve you first, and then also a lot of the junk will get kicked out. So
Be like, is that really you, Comp Magic? Is that you?
But just so you know, we're going to have people that are going to say, hey, I'll do a logo for your vending business. Message me for more. I swear
None of that.
That happens in every Facebook group.
I get that in Discord a lot, where they're always like offering me a service of some kind.
Right.
Yeah.
Comp Magic also says the combo of both machines look great, David. Wow, so you get a key in one machine and opens the second machine. Great idea.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So those machines are killing it. I think I looked at the overall sales, and the Pokeball one to my side right here is like my
Did you
number
just
2
get
top seller. Yeah. What's that?
Notification?
What notification? Did you get notification on what?
Nothing. Sorry.
Did I get a notification?
No. Jonathan probably did.
yeah, I did. She's asking if her dog's snoring too loud, and no, your dog's not snoring too loud. I don't even
No.
hear it. Do you guys hear
Yeah,
it?
me either.
No,
No, I haven't
no,
heard.
I
The only
have
dog
not
I
heard
heard
that.
is my own, and he got taken away by my wife. My wife.
No, for some reason your mic's not picking it up, so don't worry about it. And
You're
I know
good.
how it is. I got two. One dog snoring in the other room and one whining. So no worries. You guys probably hear the little one whining. So no stress. No.
I was wondering, with your key that's in your machines, can they open either one, or is the one that's in the Mario?
No, they're unique. They're unique
Okay, good.
locks.
Okay.
So, yeah, that'd be messed up because then they would open it up and look for the other key, and then they're like,
yeah,
oh, okay, I got both.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they're unique to each machine. I love the idea so much. So, did I talk about this already? I don't really want to talk about too much because I want it to be more surprise. But I got a mini golf location. I've shown it in my collection videos before, but they offered me to do a whole arcade, and we're going to go ahead and put some machines and do something similar like this. They're really looking forward to it
Nice.
because they do really well. We got a Kiosoft kiosk system ready to go, and it's going to be brand new,
good.
up and running card system with the Kenichi Claw logo all over it. So
Sweet.
we're doing a Kenichi Claw inside a mini golf, indoor mini golf.
So
arcade.
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I'm buying the guys I told you about that officer stream. I think or did I do that in the last stream? I was talking about buying their arcades and becoming their arcade person too. So
Nice. Awesome.
I'm excited for that location.
yeah, me too. I'm excited to see what happens. I think we got some super chats. Or are you just going down the list?
I'm getting there.
It's like he had it ready to go. Frosty
Yeah.
Arcades, a $1.99 super chat says, just purchased my Christmas plush from A&A Global.
Nice.
Great job thinking ahead, man. That's or a woman. I don't know if Frosty Arcades is a girl or a boy. I don't know, but awesome
I
job.
think it's multiple people.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
I
super
feel like-
smart
I
ordering
feel like
that
they-
now before everybody else does.
They
Jumping on it.
get sold out. They always are. Like
Oh,
during, if you wait like too long, they're sold out. So
I usually
job.
buy mine right after Christmas because they'll run a special.
There you go.
Yeah,
I have
and then
my
you have it.
Halloween-
You have it ready for next year. Very smart.
Yeah, I have my
Go hit up
Halloween
Walgreens
the
when it's
top shelf.
90% off.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because A&A does specials after the holidays.
Yeah.
Even though they'll sell it the next year, but
Cool. All right. Albert also says, don't forget to join the Discord and see the holy cow deal from Pipeline.
Yeah.
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 And-
we
and
can talk about
Pipeline,
that. Well,
yeah,
we can't because it's Discord only, so we can't talk about it.
Well, we can talk about the fact that Pipeline is offering a special deal for Discord members. We can't tell you what it is, but if you join the Discord, you can find out for yourself.
yeah. There you go.
Make sure you join the Discord if you like the Teslas of the vending.
Yeah,
or
so if you don't belong to the Discord, you're missing out because there's quite a few specials going on from Pipeline, and they're really good.
It's
So,
like
plush,
Prime Day
team.
for claw machines.
Yeah, and plush and everything. So get on there and get in the Discord and check it out. They have their
Yes.
own channel and good deals right now. It's also in the deals page or the deals category too. So check it out. But yeah, awesome. It's good to see the vendors, putting that kind of activity in and doing specials, and you see it from Candy Machines, you see it from Pipeline, and then All Star will run deals, and it's just great to see them being active and helping the Discord. Very cool. Thank you so much for doing that, you guys. It's awesome. So in Pipelines, I mean, their deals are just crazy good. So awesome. So if you're looking for stuff, check it out.
I know. I've been looking at their Poker Prize machine because it's one of those carousel machines.
The Poker Prize.
Yes. Tinkers says, huge shout out to David for helping to walk us through a recent fix of one of our claws. Helped us get things back up and running in less than 1 hour. Very cool.
How's your store going, guys? I'm so excited that you got that working and stuff. Have you launched your store? I haven't been on the Discord too much lately, so
I
know that-
I haven't got to watch the videos yet, but I saw they did a soft opening and then they did, the regular opening, I think, because I know they posted some videos about it.
That's
I haven't
awesome.
got to
I'm going
watch
to
them
take
yet.
a look. Actually, that's something I want to watch right now. Actually, I might get off right now. Just kidding. I'll wait until after the stream, but I really want to see that. I want to go.
I was gonna say, man, that's some dedication right there.
Well, I've been wanting. I talked to them. When that was a few weeks ago, but I was real excited. They sent me pictures, and I was like, "Wow, that's awesome." I kind of want to do that myself. Open up a store and then just have my machines in there, manned. Obviously a manned store.
Obviously, yeah.
So I have some exciting news that I probably shouldn't release yet, but
Oh,
I
Are
on
you
that
gonna-
front
Are
on
you
that
gonna give us
front,
a drum roll? A drum roll first?
let's see. I'll put it in a drum roll.
are you a father again?
No. No.
you are my favorite, David. You are my
I just pictured Natalie leaning over like,
Yeah.
I pictured the same thing actually.
You turned more red than I did when you said that, David. Look how red you are right now. No, that's not the news. But I've been I've been working with Kiosoft for a few months now, and David worked with them to get everything set up on the website to be able to. So let me rewind. So for the longest time, there's been an issue with whether it's Nyax or Kiosoft or whatever it may be, where basically you have a hard time getting a hold of the companies or their tech support or the reps or whatever it is, and a lot of people run into this issue, and it's ongoing on all the platforms and it's just taking time for everybody to catch up with how busy they are because everybody's ordering units, and it's a lot of units, a lot of people, a lot of phone calls. And so it was the same way with Kiosoft. And so David spent almost, gosh, 8 or 9 months on his own working with Kiosoft to make it so we've basically made it so you can bypass the rep. So you don't even have to deal with the rep anymore. And so what it is, you can go to our website, you can order a credit card reader from Kiosoft. And when you order it, I send one email to onboarding, and then I send one email to shipping. And so immediately you get onboarded with your paperwork and stuff emailed to you. And then your shipment or your information for shipping the product goes to shipping department, who puts together your stuff. It still takes a week and a half to 2 weeks to get it, shipped to you, which is pretty normal just because they have a lot of product that needs to go out. But you don't have to go through a rep anymore. So you don't have to wait for the rep to call you to set up anything. Everything is sent direct to you. And David's he basically made that all work, which is absolutely awesome. So we even had the same issue, and we were I was the first, David was the second to get these things working on our machines in the amusement part. And now with David's help, like it's bulletproof. It's awesome. And then we're running our special to the end of the month. So there's a sale on them right now on our website. But the whole thing is that was a major problem. So then my philosophy is that I'm a firm believer in, people purchasing a brand, or your business should be a brand. You should be Galaxy Games 843. You should be Xtreme Vending. You should be Gen Vend. You should be a product and a brand. You know what I mean? Like Nike or anything else. Like your machines, when they see a Galaxy Games 843 machine, they know they're going to probably win. If they play it a few times, it works. It functions. They get product. Same with David's. You play it a few times and you're going to win. And it's the same with our machines. You start to get a reputation when people see your machines. And when you get to where David is, when he's up to like 200, close to 300 machines, and your machines are everywhere, you want to create like a loyalty program for your brand. So I've been working with Kiosoft, and basically we've come up with a way to create an app. And basically you'll have your own app, and it'll be like the Howard Hospitality app that you have on your phone. And you can basically put money on the app like you'd use on your phone with like Apple Pay or something like that. And then what you do is every time you go to one of our machines, anywhere it is, and you use our app, you gain points. And so our goal is, when we get down to our new route down there, is that we're going to have like a redemption store that you can come in and you can use those points to buy a product. We don't know what all we're going to do with it yet, but we want to build like a loyalty program. So I'm working on this to hopefully get this for you guys. So then basically you guys can brand yourselves and create like these loyalties. So when they go somewhere, they're going to want, and they go out to dinner and they see your machine, they can use their app and get points and stuff while there. And hopefully it'll increase your play and then get people to come to your store and that kind of stuff. So that's what we're working on, which I think is pretty cool. So hopefully we can get like a loyalty program going. And they already do it with laundromats for Kiosoft. So each laundromat has their own app that people can use for the laundromat. So now we're trying to get it for the amusement side of it too. So pretty exciting. So hopefully it'll work out. But it's the same with the credit card thing. I got a video that I'm almost done with, which will talk about the differences between all the ones that are out there. And it's just, there is a lot of hiccups with it, but they've come so far. I mean, Niax has come so far compared to where it was a year ago with customer service and the way the machines work. Same with Kiosoft. They're the two best. I know Cantaloupe's coming along with their new stuff, like 720 Vending uses. So it's getting better and better. And I think that it's only going to get better. And so hopefully we can, work together to make it even better. So thank you, David, for all your work. I appreciate it. And I think that everybody's going to appreciate all your work too. So very cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So.
We lose Jen?
She said she'd be right back and stuff.
We almost need like an after these messages we'll be right back thing
right
on our screen when we need to step away or something like that,
Right.
But you remember that from the 80s? Do you remember that?
After these messages we'll be right back.
The more you know.
The star with the rainbow.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We're getting caught up.
All right. I do know we have some hanging super chats too, so
okay,
we need to make sure we
get to address
those. So Cop Magic says, I like how you did the Chinese theme one. I think he's talking about the wrap.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Would be good at a Chinese buffet or a Chinese restaurant. Yes, I think that's kind of what was in mind when that one was designed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's why in my video I came out with I wanted to show that wrap because I was like, oh, that's a good wrap. So.
Okay, getting down to super chats. Oh, here we go. So let me do the super chat and then we'll go up to this question. Okay.
All right, Good Vending
Whoa, it's
with
a
a
big one.
$10 super chat. Thanks, Good Vending. Says, hey, y'all. I normally catch the live stream recordings for when I work, but I just received one of 9 boxes from 1688 via air shipping.
Whoa, air
$200 and got it in 6 days. The rest will be 18-ish days. Very cool.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like a big order.
Yeah. So you did one air and the rest by sea, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Crazy fast. That is insanely fast.
It sounds like you ran out of product. I've been there. You need it like right away.
Right. I want
a good
it
question,
now.
What were you guys talking about? An app? I saw that Tinkers said that app sounds awesome.
Oh, yeah. It was for Kiosoft and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Also, I think 720 has a super chat in there somewhere.
Okay. Oh, do you want to do the okay? Let's do super chat first.
Let's get all the super chats cleared up if we can.
Is there another one besides 720?
I think there's another one after that too.
I think
Yeah,
there is. Yeah.
All right, we'll do these 3 and then we'll go back up.
All right. Here's one from 720 Vending. It's a $4.99 super chat. It says, hello, everyone. I had the largest single collection of all my claw machines last night. Hope everyone is having a great week. Thanks, 720.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Shout out to Mike's channel.
Congrats on that
720
big
Vending.
collection. That's cool.
Yeah. And then there was one more with Jesse.
There it is from Jesse, a $4.99 super chat. Says, do you guys have an accountant for your business or do you do the write-offs and such yourself?
I have an accountant now.
Accountant.
Yeah, 100% best money you'll ever spend. Because we were doing it all wrong, and I thought I was pretty smart, but I was not even close to as smart as I thought I was. So
No
highly
comment on that,
recommend.
John.
That was, you guys remember that live broadcast or that live stream, right? I came back and how good I felt. You know, Natalie and I both from going to see that.
I felt like you won a jackpot at a casino.
I
or
felt that
something.
way too. I mean, we felt so stupid for all the mistakes that we made, the money that we could have, saved, all kinds of stuff that, the way we were keeping our receipts and all of our stuff, and we were doing it all wrong. So definitely, go see an accountant for sure. Definitely worth the money. And it's not as expensive as you think. So, and it's not just for taxes.
An accountant and a bookkeeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. 100%.
All right. Kelly says, I'm looking into mini or mega mini machines, but I haven't gotten locations. What are your best tips for finding your first location? Jonathan, do you have a page from a presentation you could talk about?
I do, actually. Hold on a second. Good thinking.
Put the link in the comments.
For that, maybe you guys can find the link on our page, and I'll try to find the page. How about that? Deal?
Yeah, I think a good visual would help us kind of give
Okay.
a broad overview of some of the best
Sure.
things to
Let me
do here.
go here.
I mean, if you can make it to Vegas next year, there's a lot of good candies and goodies that you can learn too. There was, you remember that group of people that showed up and they were like they never even thought about claw machines, and then all of a sudden they come in for the first day at NBVA and they were just like blown, their mind was blown, and they were just taking notes like crazy. Oh, that was
I
really
do
fun.
remember that. Yeah.
Well,
That was-
and we might even have a really, really good speaker that hasn't done a presentation in like 3 or 4 years. So if you do come, you might see one of the best presenters ever.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jen. I
I've
appreciate
seen
that comment.
I've seen one of the best presenters ever for the past 2 years.
I know.
I know.
She's right here.
I know. Yeah, the new president.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Or-
you.
or-
Appreciate it.
Of
Jonathan,
course.
too.
Ours
I'm
is
bad
okay.
at taking compliments.
It's not even close
Thank
to
you.
what,
I really
what
appreciate
yours
it.
is, though. We're not even close to that. So, I got this.
Oh,
one
no,
here.
my shirt is I'm with the gumball machine.
It has the 24.
I
That's
love
funny.
it. Love it.
Okay, hold on a second. here.
Gumball machine. You're doing your collections.
For those of you listening, PA
I wear it all the
Pokemon
time.
Polls asked, Jen, is that an I'm with stupid shirts? But wouldn't that be funny if one of us was wearing it and like had an arrow pointing at
Yeah.
Yeah, pointing towards Jonathan or pointing up, like I'm with stupid. It's pointing up, and then like Jen's
But
like,
that
pointing
could
at
that
an
would mean
angle.
yourself. I'm with stupid.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
I would need a hat then, pointing up. Maybe. I'm with stupid.
What's funny is you guys are making fun and he doesn't even realize.
And that's why I'm open.
I'm
Take advantage.
concentrating, you guys.
Take fun.
I'm trying to find that
Oh, this way.
that,
Yeah, I did the same thing.
I know it's because
It's
things are
backwards.
mirrored.
It's backwards.
It's
It's
backwards.
Yeah.
It's mirrored.
you guys are mean.
And then I have a
We love you.
I'm a Gummosaurus Rex, and he's eating a gumball machine.
Nice.
Oh,
And then I have like 6 different gumball shirts.
So I know the next time I travel back home, there's like a little vintage shop that's got like all kinds of old school stuff like candy and sodas and stuff, but they also have like a crazy t-shirt collection. It's all based around candy and like all the stuff that like would fit very well for like vending machines and stuff like that. So I'm going to go and see what kind of cool stuff's there and probably buy
Where
a
is
bunch of
this
stuff.
at?
It's in Northeast Ohio.
Oh, okay.
So
what about don't touch my balls?
I'm all about the socks. So I have like 5
I'm
pairs
sure
of
there's
different.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan, why don't you make that big so everyone can see, and then we can talk about pitching for locations.
So we did this on our live stream, and if you guys missed it, it's on our channel. I don't know if one of you went to YouTube and found it for me, but I bet you didn't because you're too busy making fun of me. So
Correct.
so what we did on the live stream is we did 2 things in this 2 big things that we talked about in this live stream, and one of them was pitching locations and the other one was commissions, and they're both on these slides. And just to really quickly run through, and you guys can actually go back and watch the live stream, but these were some of the topics that we covered and some of the things that we think is very good. And I don't know if you guys want to cover them each, like alternate one, like a line, and talk about it a little bit, because we all very, very good at pitching locations. So the first one that we always do when we go out is because Amelia and Sam, they feel like they need to get their they have to have their mojo when they go and do this. And so the first thing we do is it's their choice. We can either go to Starbucks or what's the other one that they like? Dutch Brothers or one of those, and they can get a coffee. Or we go to the boba place and we get a boba. And Amelia's favorite channel on XM radio is TikTok radio on XM. So we listen to TikTok radio all the way to where we're going to go and pitch. And then we have their coffees or their boba, and that's how we get amped up. And we basically just talk about what we like about our business and, what we want to say. And so those are the kind of things that we do to get amped up before we go. Because I really feel like your attitude carries a lot when it comes to this thing. And you need to, if you feel like you're not into it, don't go pitch. Like, don't waste your time or your effort if you're not in the mood. Like, it's just not, it's not a good time to go. And you only get one shot a lot of these times. So make sure you're in the right frame of mind and that you got your mojo on. So you may want to cover the next.
All I can
second
think of,
that.
yeah, and all I can think of is a scene from a movie. So Nicolas Cage, Gone in 60 Seconds, listening to Lowrider before they go out and boost a bunch of cars. I just picture you guys like, all right, let's go.
And you know what? And it's weird because I think that's different than the generation of when Matt and I grew up, because we're a lot older than you guys. But
Speak for yourself, man.
everything we did, everything we did growing up revolved around music. Like, it
Absolutely.
was,
That's so true.
it was, I can remember every song that was playing during every time of my life growing up that was like an inspiration. In every movie you went to, every time you heard a song on the radio from that movie, it brought you back to that movie and it gave you a certain feeling.
It's funny you mentioned that, because like now, even today, like I'll hear a song from let's say the 90s, and I'll be like, oh, I remember summer of '96. Like that was like that was like when we were.
I remember dancing with
like,
so and so at that dance,
exactly.
or I remember riding roller skates at Cowskate when
So
the song was
funny you
playing.
say that,
Like,
yeah.
And I don't think that's the same for kids nowadays as it was for us, but it really did define, where we, what we did in our lives. And we always had to have music playing. I can remember my mom always had the radio playing when I was growing
Yeah,
up in the garage or in the house
yeah.
or whatever it was. And I really feel like music is something that can really get you amped up or pumped up about stuff. So definitely have the right frame, even if they need to put in their earbuds before you go or whatever.
Sure.
But definitely get yourself amped up in the right frame of mind. Does somebody want to cover the second one?
Yeah, I'll take number 2. It says
Okay.
bring machine and toys with you whenever possible, or possibly a square cutout of the machine diameter. Which, because a lot of times people are going to say, "Oh, I don't have space for one of those things."
Yeah.
Or, I don't have a place to put it. But I think a lot of times they probably think of these huge machines, and depending on what kind of machines you're running, that's not always going to be the case. Especially if it's like an OG Mini or even like a Mega Mini or a Super Mini, one of those kind of machines. They're not very big, obviously, guys. So a lot of people don't understand that. They probably picture these gigantic claw machines like, in a big arcade or something like that. And that's, like I said, just not the case.
Yeah, 100%. So good one. And then
Like reference photos.
David, do you want to talk about your flyer? You have got a flyer. Or what do you take with you when you go?
I take my claw machines with me, and I go inside the places and I scout around. So I drive up and I say, like, that's a good looking restaurant. Seems like there's a lot of traffic. It's going to be perfect for me. Walk in there, take a look around at my surroundings, see, and you can also do this in Google too. I do use Google quite a bit to scout around a place or whatever. Find a spot where I could put my claw machine. Then I approach and I ask for the owner or when the owner is going to be there. There's a good chance that the owner won't be there, but there's quite a few times I've been lucky and the owner's been there. And I'm like, look, sir, I want to put my machine in here and generate money. For both our businesses, it's a free service I offer. These machines are super cool and they fit anywhere. And I'm like, it's so small. There's actually 3 of them in my truck right now, and they're like, or my car, 2 of them in my car, depending what vehicle you have. And they're like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, I can pull it out. I can wheel one out right now. And then if they're interested, they'll tell you to wheel it out. And hopefully you can wheel it into their store and set it down and plug it in and show them with it turned on. Because at that point, when they see how cute the machines are, they're really considering it and they're like, sure, why don't we give it a shot? So many times that's happened to me. So many times I've been told, okay, let's give it a shot. And I'm like, good. And I'm like, I reassure them, if you don't like it, just give me a call. I'll come by and pick it up. You're going to see me quite often, though. If I'm your vendor, I'm not like other vendors where they just leave your stuff for months without touching or servicing, because I take great care. And I think that's a really big selling point when you're getting a location, is you let them know how serious you are and how committed you are. Because there's been many times where I've gone to locations and the people don't want any vending, and I've actually persuaded them to give me an opportunity to be their vendor, and they're so grateful. And they're like, and they told me, like, the reason why I didn't want you in here in the first place is because I got a room in the back full of old capsule machines, or another vendor was here and they never came back, and we tried calling them, and something happened, or those honor boxes, they just give up. And so when I come in, they give me a chance, they're like, you were just amazing. You actually paid us. You actually were honest. You're here every time there's a problem. You give us a call. You're here the next day or the same day even. So you got to be very committed to this job, and if you take care of them and you are a good vendor like Jonathan Howard and these other vendors here with me, you're end up growing your business big time, and you're going to be able to expand and succeed. So because people talk, most of my locations I get nowadays are referrals.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Especially if you get, I think it's called a maven, as an owner that is really well connected. If you do a good job for them, they'll get you into other places. I have a guy that he whipped out his phone after I serviced for about 2 months. And he's like, do you have stuff in here? Do you have stuff in here? Do you have stuff? And he just started calling his friends, and you never know, it's going to pay off if you do good things for them.
Yeah.
I'll do the next one. This is something that I've employed for a long time, is bringing a gift box or something showing the prize or products you provide. I think that's key, especially since they have so many people coming in and asking them for something. So if
Yep.
you give them something, it kind of is like a something different and a little more unique. And then also it just kind of like, takes their guard down a little bit. And I know Amelia does the full box of like cookies and different things, but I usually do a plush and like a capsule.
Yeah,
And
just to show them what you're going to put in there.
I
And I
think
think
perspective is key too. You were talking about the cutouts and different things like that. I sometimes do that, but I think having a good picture of your machine next to other things, so relative to like a shelf or a table or something, so that they can kind of get an idea of how big it is.
Yep. Yeah, because they are lots more than they think, and that's what's
For
great.
sure.
And you try to show them, and if you can have on your flyer, if you can have a picture of you standing next to it or somebody standing next to it, so they can really see, and not a close up of it, like an
Yeah.
actual from far away, so they can see how small.
Take
'Cause
it at the 0.5.
yeah, because the further you are away from it, the smaller it looks.
Yeah.
So it's better to not have a close up of it. It's better to have it far away with you standing next to it, because
And I agree with your iPad thing. I use my iPad
Yep,
to
with
show
a ton of
pictures versus
pictures.
my phone, because I
Sure.
feel like also it shows that you are making an effort versus just having your phone. That you like thought ahead to bring it and not just, oh, here's my phone. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they respect it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So very cool. I'll cover topics to cover. The other ones are you can read and they're pretty self-explanatory, but make sure that you cover and try to basically with your pitch before they even have a chance to talk. Something that Amelia does and Sam do very well is that they get all of this information out, so they don't really have any questions when they get done. And then they hand them a box of toys. At the like after they're done talking, is like, oh, here you go. And or they'll show them the flyers or the pictures, and so just make sure you cover all the services that you offer and like what all the stuff you'll do to take care of that machine and like what they don't have to do. That's the big thing for these people is that they're busy. They have their own business. They don't want to be bothered by something else that they have to take care of. They don't want to clean it. They don't want to fill it. They don't want to have problems with it where people are coming to them looking for change, looking for issues. They want something that works. And that's why when you have coin, DBA, and credit card on all of your machines, they don't need to come to them for anything. They don't need to come to them for change or anything. They can use any type of pay on that machine and they don't have to bother the owners. So make sure that that you're taking care of the problems that they would possibly think as a business owner might be a problem for them, that you're answering those questions. Tell them what you're doing for them. Tell them about how you're the new crayons and coloring paper that they used to give to the kids to while they're sitting in the booth for looking for something to do, or if they're waiting for it to be seated. Talk about kids and how they get impatient. And then talk about what makes you different than everybody else in the area or somebody that they've had before. Tell them everything that makes you awesome and why your machines do so well and why you're popular. Talk about bigger locations that you have. If you have large restaurants or chains or something like that, use those to your advantage and talk about that, because a lot of these places know each other. And they may know the owner of that other business, and they're like, "Oh, you're over at Dave's place," and you're like, "Yeah, we're at Dave's place, and we got this machine and that machine." He goes, "Oh, okay. Well, if Dave let you in, go ahead and come in. I trust Dave. Make sure you have all forms of payment. Make sure you let them know if you're helping out Yao, that you have nonprofit support, and that you run a really rigid schedule, and that you'll be there all the time cleaning it and taking care of it. And like when you have to explain to them how often, when you're coming." So make sure you cover all those before they even have anything to say to you. And then you can go into the handling objections part of it if they do have questions. So who wants to handling objections?
I can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, here goes. Matt the salesman. Hit it, Matt.
All right. Handling objections. How much space does it take? How much power does it consume? Am I responsible for the machine? Who fixes it? Who fixes it if there's a problem? What do we do if we don't want it anymore? How about commissions? Those are the kind of questions or objections or rebuttals or those kind of things that you're going to get asked. And what I really like to do is try to address all those kind of things up front
Yes.
so they can't ask them. Like, as part of the pitch, you might say something like, well, here's the footprint of the machine. It's only going to take up this much space. So now they can't ask you how much space does it take because you've already told them. Or about it uses like 3 watts a month because it's all LED lights. So there you've already told them how much power it consumes. So all those kind of things. And you can say, I'm completely responsible for the machine. You don't have to do anything. All those kind of things. Or really just kind of getting out in front of objections is the way I like to do it.
Yeah, and then the things that you can also mention too, like with the power part of it, is that you can run it on a timer. If they're worried about the power, you can bring in a timer. The timers are 12. I think they're $10 to $15 on Amazon, and you can come in and run a programmable timer that'll turn on when they open the doors and close. Turn off when they close the doors, and they're awesome. And it's really cool to be able to handle that objection without them even thinking about it if they're worried about the power. A lot of times too, like people don't like to have the machines on in their window when people are walking by because they're afraid that they might break the window to try to get into it to steal the money, or they see the stuff in there.
Especially
And
druggies,
yeah,
something attractive.
yeah, and that they may want to go in and may cause theft, so they might want it off. But those are all things like Matt's saying, like cover that before they even have a chance. And I don't even know if we want to get into commissions part of it, but that's next. But these are ways. You had the question of pitching. We can do commissions maybe next week, but don't make sure you take your time. Make sure you plan. The slide that we had before. That when David was talking that I brought up is that you need to hunt before you even go. You need to go on Google Maps. You need to look up the locations. You need to look at the pictures. You need to plan a route. Get your locations that you don't care about as much. Do those first. Get your mojo going, get feeling good, and then hit the good ones. Just get yourself built up because you're going to stutter a lot. You're going to step over your words, over your own tongue. So make sure that you do a little research and you get yourself prepared. So anyways, we got a lot of comments. Let me get to these comments and get this off the screen here.
Sure.
Okay.
Hands
David
down the
changed.
best. Look at that.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
I'm glad
Okay.
you reminded of those timers because that's what I'm buying on Amazon right now.
I know, and that's right now. Man, they might be on sale. I didn't
They
even think
are.
about it. Ooh.
They are.
It's Prime.
Yeah, and we have the one that we
Day.
use on our website. If you go on there and go to Good Stuff, you'll see that there's all our Amazon links to the stuff we use, and the ones we use are awesome. I love those timers because they're easy to program, and they work really good.
If you can get hooked up to their Wi-Fi with some of those programmable timers, you can actually turn them on and off with your phone. And the benefits is obviously you have it on a timer, so it times. But Anime Frank told me that there's a few times where a dollar bill acceptor gets jammed, and just by simply rebooting the machine, it gets the motors to do the little startup. Will shoot out the paper sometimes. And so if you are able to do one of the timers with a Wi-Fi connection, there's been times where he's turned them on and off again, and it shoots out the paper like someone's stuck in there, and then unjams his dollar bill acceptor. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think what you're referring to though, not necessarily a timer, but really a smart plug, right? That you can control with your phone, and because you can set up routines on them, so they turn on and turn off at certain times, which is brilliant and very cool. And then you do have remote access to reboot machines, things like that, if you
Very
can get
cool.
access to a location's Wi-Fi. I think
So
that's a great
cool.
idea.
Yeah. Like I can pull up mine, which I'm not going to do that. I have an app on here. I can turn off all my machines, but the store is still open. So that would make people really upset if they're playing on my machines.
Sure. Yeah.
Just like turn them off.
You put in $1. Oh, I'm taking it.
I mean, that might make some good prank YouTube videos or something like that.
It would.
Though. I don't know.
Actually, that'd be really kind of funny.
Might get some good views.
Yeah, people were in the store just a few minutes ago playing. Just deep, turn them all off, and then turn them because I have a microphone. Sorry. Thanks for your donations.
Oh, there's a good question. I had this when I was on a phone call with somebody the other day. Let's talk about this. David's good at math.
Oh wow!
Zombie Slayer
One thing
95.
that struck me is real job.
Yes.
I am very sensitive to that because it's like this is my real job.
Yeah.
And so I
Read
know
the question, Jen.
I
Read
know
the
what
question.
you're saying. How many claw machines do do I need so I don't have to work a real job?
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
don't. She takes offense to that because this is her real job,
this
and
is my
this
real
is
job.
yeah.
So let me phrase it in a way that it's going to be Jen
I know
friendly.
how they were meaning it.
So I know you know, but I want to rephrase it just so it's more PC. So the question could say something along the lines of, how many claw machines would it take for me to be my own boss?
There you go.
Exactly.
Like a boss. I know. We thought the same thing.
Like a boss.
How many claw
Um,
machines does it take to find financial freedom or
So,
financial success?
Zombie, I had this question with somebody on the phone the other day that called me for advice on getting started, and we're ordering some Mega Mini machines, and we're all excited, and they're trying to figure out. And David just did this, like point by point, on his last video. So if you watch David's last video, he goes on an Excel spreadsheet and shows like how
I
fast.
could probably share my
Yeah,
screen.
pull it up if you. That'd be awesome. And
That's a
we
great
need
topic of conversation.
Before you do that, we need to cover the giveaway one more time, and then we can do the. We'll bring that up because I want to get that. I want to do that one time too. But Zombie,
Yeah.
like David on his video, like he showed like how fast you can grow with this business.
It's
if
how
you-
I did it, kind of.
Yeah, how he did it with the gamer minis, and it's pretty awesome. And I had the same conversation with somebody on the phone because you need to factor in, your revenue. You need to factor in your margins. You need to factor in how what you're running your ratio at on your machines. So all that goes into play of figuring out. You can't just say, oh, you need 50 machines, because that's not true. Like, it depends on what ratio you're running it. It depends on how much you're paying for your toys, and there's a bunch of factors. But there is an easy way to figure it out. But David does a really good job to showing, like, in a year, like how you can grow. Pretty amazing. So let's do the giveaway one more time, and then let's do David's spreadsheet because it's pretty awesome. So let me pull up the giveaway. Who wants to do it this time?
I can go ahead and talk about it because
Okay.
those are the type of machines that I have, so I got some experience with them. Although I don't have the claw crazy design, which is freaking insanely awesome. I love that on top. But basically, guys, if you haven't already done so, join the Discord. The Discord, if you don't know where to go, you just go in the description of this live stream or this video. If you're watching the playback, you can click and join our Discord. It's completely free. In the Discord, there is a channel with called the Candy Machines giveaway with a little rocket ship. If you click on there, it brings you to the link where you can sign up. It takes like just a minute to sign up. We're giving this away in 2 weeks from today on the 31st of July. So this machine is going to be shipped to your door if you're selected as the winner. It's pretty exciting. This machine right here is kind of the future of claw machines. If you notice that there is no frame around the, like, no metal frame or anything like that, it's all glass, hard tempered glass, whatever, as a surrounding, so you can see it from 3 different sides completely into the field without any wood or any like frame around there. And because of that, you have such a great visual of the plush. You can see them all the way to the bottom to the top, and it just, like, people are drawn to this machine, and it's so colorful and lights. Like this image right here is very much like my Kenichi claws, and people are drawn to my machines for a reason. And it's really great. If you've looked at my Kenichi claw location, I actually have a window wall, a big window that from the exterior, and you can see into my Kenichi claw. It draws so many people in there. And this machine is going to be a great machine, easy to place, easy to service, just a easy and wonderful machine to have. If you win this, you'll be very happy. So hopefully you enter, get your family involved, enter, because in 2 weeks we're giving this away on the live stream. So yeah, thank you, Candy Machines, and of course we Xtreme Vending, Galaxy Games, Quick Play, and Howard Hospitality and Gen Vend. We've been promoting this for a while now, so it's exciting. 2 weeks away.
It's almost the
giveaway's
time.
on July 31st.
Yep. All right. David, you got your screen up here?
Yeah, it's
there
showing
it is.
up. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure. Am I sharing my sound though? I didn't want to make sure there's no echo. Is there an echo?
No, you're good. You're good.
I don't hear it.
Okay, good. So basically, this was in my last video. I
Do it
won't have
like
to
you
go
did on your
into-
video because you did
Oh
it
my
awesome.
goodness. So in my video, I talked about the difference. This is more about in the income you earn from importing also versus exporting or whatever, getting them from overseas or not, the speed, the rolling. I call this rolling. This is when I first gotten started, the numbers when I got my first location and then I placed my first mini. I don't know if you guys were like this too, but I couldn't sleep at night because numbers and visions of expanding, knowing how easy it was to expand. I kept thinking about numbers and how much it would cost to expand. And back then, when I first started, machines even cost more than they did now. So you guys would have an advantage nowadays. But this is what I call rolling. This is if you take a certain budget of money. In this example, $1,300. It's a rough estimate. Don't live by that. That's just a rough estimate. $1,300. And you were to just reinvest your business. Every time you got $1,300, you just reinvest into the business and bought more machines. And I had a couple rules like you either bought them from the States or you bought them from overseas. And one thing to remember is when you buy a machine and it's in the States, your machine is really worth about $1,300. So one thing I talk about is how when you order overseas, it takes about 8 weeks to get your machines. So that's why you see the week 2, week 4, week 6. You don't have machines because you made your first purchase on week 0, right? And if you buy them in the States, the advantage of buying them in the States, you get the machines within 2 weeks and you can have them placed within 2 weeks, right? So every 2 weeks, I have this calendar where you're making money. And the idea is the goal in this scenario, although I do feel like the Mega Minis do make more than $100 a week, I wanted to play safe, and I think if you got yourself an average location, you should make $100 a week nowadays. If you did $1 a play and you paid out, so this is just kind of like reinvesting everything you have in here. And by week 8, you got your first 2 machines overseas placed, and you still only have 1 over from the U.S. By week 16, you were able to buy 2 more machines because you had enough to buy. Because buying them, importing them in are half the price of buying them from the United States. So by week 16, you were able to buy 2 more machines, and then you were able to buy your second if you were in the United States. But as you progress on this calendar, you see that because they're so cheap to buy and because you have double the amount of machines, you're able to import and roll your business more often. And it gets to the point where you're having machines coming in every single 2 weeks and you're just growing your business. And here let's take a look at week 26 right here, and we'll just look at the value of the business right here. I don't know if you can see the calculator. Do I need to reshare this to show the calculator? I think I need to share. Hang on a second. Share. And I'll do an entire screen and hit don't want sound and click on that and share. Okay, can you pull me back up again? Are we live? Can you see this? This is just going to be kind of really fast. So by week 26, let's say you got this. You have 8 machines, it looks like right there, right? So you got 8 machines worth, and you times that by 1,300 because that's the value of your business right there. You had probably $200 left over after making the purchase. So your value of your business is $10,600 versus if you were to start doing it in the States, it looks like he has 3 times 1,300 plus the remaining 600. So you can see that the value of your business from rolling, from importing rolling versus the income that you made doing in the States, your business is worth way more from importing. But either way, you're rolling either in the States, you're making money, you're a lot bigger than what you used to be, your value of your businesses went up. And then by the end of the year, down here, I think I calculated a total of 50 machines that you would own if you imported at $1,300 a piece. And then you had about $1,000 left over. Did I do that right? Okay, let me do 1,300 times 50 plus 1,000. Yeah, I did that right. So you have a value of $66,000 by the end of the year worth of equipment and money versus you would have 15 times 1,300 plus an extra, what is that? $1,200. So that's kind of where it is.
Go though, you've grown so fast, and each one of these machines can be making roughly $100 a week at minimum. Even if you're only making $50 a week, you're still in the profit. So if you calculated how many machines, so then this is what I think they're wondering. The big question was, what would I be making a year? So how many machines did you have on the left with importing?
So importing, you have 50 machines. So you should be making 50 times 100. This
Yep.
is your weekly income
Yep.
versus right
Times
here in the
times
States.
times 52.
Oh yeah, times by 52. Okay, yeah, you want to see the full year.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I guess that was actually your yearly income was also 260 a year apparently. So yeah, you should be making 260,000 a year if you have 50 a place and you're making $100 on each machine, 5,000 a week. 5,000 times 52 weeks is apparently 260,000. I'll just double check. 5,000 times
that's a pretty sweet
52.
salary for the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or the
and
business making.
it really depends on the locations and how many locations. I guess that would be more like 52 location or 50 locations.
Yeah.
So
And then
over
on the
here
right,
with
how many
you,
do you have?
you had 15 machines placed by then. You have $100 a week equals times that by 52, $78,000.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, that's really good in
Say
income.
that's still nothing to sneeze at, right?
No,
Right.
that's still amazing. Like that's more than most people make a salary a year. And as your business, you can pay yourself a salary. It's up to you on what you can pay yourself. What it costs you to do business. But and that's why you need an accountant. But that's gives you guys an idea of what you can do in a year, just by in this business and growing, and gives you an idea of how many machines you need to make roughly to make how much per year. But all that into going into figuring the $100 a week, you need to factor in, your margins, and your margins come with. Do you want to show them how to get their margins?
Let's see. Like, what do you mean by margin? I'm
So
sorry.
let's say that the
Product
machine,
cost, maintenance.
yeah. So
Oh.
let's say
all
the
that
machine makes
stuff.
$200 a week. You bring home
Okay.
200, and then minus out all of the costs for them.
So
they
you,
can see.
yeah, my personal rule of thumb is it's like 15% is product cost. So I guess if you were to reinvest, technically, your goal is to make $100 profit a week. But if you were to calculate what your total income would be after the product costs, it would be actually like this. What is it?
This is like where I love watching your
5,000
brain.
times 115. So really, with 50 machines, your weekly income should be about $57.50 after product costs or whatever. Yeah, so you
But then you
$750
also
a week.
have, you guys got to figure, you've got gas.
Yeah,
You've
there's
got,
other expenses.
you got to figure out what your time is that you're putting in there, because you should be paying yourself for your time. And then you should also factor in, what your ratio is, and make sure that you are at 15% product costs, because, depending on what ratio you're running your machines and how much your toys cost. Because usually you want to run pretty nice toys in your machine, so those cost
Yeah.
more money. So
Yeah.
especially if you're running licensed stuff.
Well,
So-
in this example right here, it's about $750 a week worth of toys. So if you're spending $750 a week times by 4, you're spending $3,000 times by 12. You're spending $36,000 a year in toys. So I guess you would subtract that from your yearly. Or I guess I already included that. But let's just do that for the fun of it. In case you couldn't make that extra, because you should be making 150 plus a week actually with the gamer mini, I would think, but I can't guarantee anything, but that's usually what like my sales, I got locations where they're making $1,500 a month. And I've had quite a few of them that are doing that, a lot of good accounts. So if you can get some good accounts, they can make you $1,500 a month in sales. So, but I go through a lot of products, and I'm probably spending a few $100s worth of toys to make that kind of sales. So
yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize the product cost.
yeah, I just did an order of like, what was it, $20,000, and that should last me maybe a month and a half. Or not 20,000. It was 15,000. $15,000 that lasts me a month and a half to 2 months. Because I'm doing like crazy amount of sales. I'm doing as much as $50,000 a month in sales. So
Disneyland. All right, another super chat coming in. This one from Jesse for $4.99. He says, anything in the works about plug-in security cameras like Howard's advertising screen, but for claw machines?
So we actually tried to incorporate we lost David. He must have pressed the wrong button.
He's like, stop share, but stop stream.
Yeah, he'll come back in a second. But there is in the works that I know that like Candy Machines is working on having USB plugins in their machines, so you can plug in other devices. But the issue that we wanted to have a camera on our advertising screen, so we were going to run like a, like a built-in camera. But the problem is that there's no systems out there currently that you can run a camera like in the background. It has to be an app that's running, and you can't run it at the same time as running the other apps. So you can't have the camera going while you're running your advertisements and stuff. So that's the issue now.
So let's break off on that for just a minute, because I know there's been a couple people that have done some videos where they actually install a camera, but they
Blink
have
camera.
access to Wi-Fi at the location.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's kind of the road this question is going down, because I think there's some really cool setups, and I love when people share those videos in the Discord of people winning or different things that are happening, or But what I think is really cool is that anytime you can log in and see what your inventory levels look like, so if you need to go fill up the machine. So I think some sort of like developed plug and play device to mount in the machine where we could be able to check stuff like that.
There's
be
tons of
something cool.
videos in the Discord and lots of talk on the Blink cameras. A lot of people put those in their machines, kind of top view down of the people winning and seeing their inventory levels and stuff. And it's totally doable. And they basically wire them directly into the machine. So that is something you can do right now, Jesse.
Well, and a lot of those Blink cameras, the battery lasts for 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to wire it.
That's true too. I didn't even think about that. So you could run it. Yeah, it's just Wi-Fi.
And it's Prime Day. We're not getting paid for this. I don't know why I said that.
But yeah, I mean, it's that's totally doable. You don't have to wire it. You could do you can charge the battery, and then bring have two batteries and drop plug a battery in there and have it charged and just keep swapping it out or whatever. But there is a lot of people in there to put the Blink cameras in for sure. It's just mounting them. They did the whole video, like start to finish. So pretty crazy. There is some stuff out there, but as far as on the screens themselves, it's not available right now to be able to run and the camera on the actual screen that works at the same time as something else, unfortunately. So
That'd be really
I
cool.
also think that you probably need to be a little cognizant of telling people that you are recording.
Privacy, yeah. Like the top down ones, you don't see the people, you just see the product, so it's not an issue.
But if someone breaks in, it's a good way to get a good picture of them.
Yeah,
the problem I've always had
people
with
the shaking videos of everything.
Cool. The problem I always had with the camera was I never could get Wi-Fi too.
You definitely have to have Wi-Fi access. And like I'm looking on Amazon right now, the Prime Day deal on 2 wired Blink cameras. Now these are the ones you have to plug in via USB. You get 2 for $29.98 right now. That's the Prime Day deal. So basically $15 a camera.
So when my family does fairs and festivals, I always put up one of the Nest cameras, and it's just a USB plug-in, and then I connect it to Wi-Fi, or I'll have a hotspot that I'll run it off of. I'm guessing if you have a hotspot, too bad Kiosoft, you couldn't just use that system.
I wish you could too.
Yeah, but it's encrypted, so you can't. It would open it up.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that there are out there.
Yeah, that's what I do at the flea market arcade. All my cameras there run off of a hotspot.
That'd be nice.
It's a way to do it.
Well, we have a Verizon hotspot that we bought when we did the fairs, and it's only like $10. I think it's $10 or $12 a month through Verizon because we had to buy the equipment. It is you basically rent to own the equipment, so we still have it, but it's just all it needs is a USB plug-in to power it. So you could definitely put one of those in your machine too, as long as it gets good enough signal. Then you could have your own wireless router in the machine. But I mean, getting one of those for every single location, you got the monthly fee of the equipment, and then plus the service. So it's quite a bit of money just to have a camera in your machine. I don't think it'd be worth it. So. Let's see. So, okay. So we're all caught up. Matt, you want to bring up the giveaway one more time since we only got like 20 minutes left? We can do it.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
There it is. Who wants to go this time?
Jonathan, I think you should go.
Okay.
I always
So-
go off script.
So for those of you who don't know, we basically this is kind of bittersweet because this is our last giveaway we're doing, and then we're going to take a little break for the summer. So on July 31st, for those of you who have been following us since the beginning, and we've been nonstop for almost 3 years now, and doing these live streams, and we have a giveaway usually every 3 months, and this is the biggest one that we've ever done, and we've teamed up with Candy Machines, David with Xtreme Vending, Galaxy Games 843, Quick Play, and us, and we're giving away this 31-inch claw crazy claw machine, which David has pointed out, like his Konichi claw machines are actually the same machine as this, and what makes this machine super cool is the build quality of it. It's all metal. It's got the powder coat finish, and then what's really neat about these newer machines is that if you look on the edges of the machine, you don't see the edges. So where basically what they do is they have a thicker plexiglass edging on the two front corners. So it's kind of hard to see from the picture, but where you would usually have like a metal edge or like a painted thing, it's not there. So no matter when you walk around the machine, no matter which way you're looking at it, you basically you can see through and see all the product, which makes it like really cool because it's basically like just one giant piece of glass almost, which is really neat. And so it gives you more exposure. It doesn't have those dividing lines in it, and it makes it look really nice. And I think that's something that a lot of the newer machines are coming out with now, and I think is really popular. And it's probably something that's here to stay. But it does come with bill acceptor, comes with the DBA. You can choose to add NIAX if you want to, which we highly recommend. You can do NIAX or Kiosoft. It's totally up to you, but you want to definitely have some sort of credit card reader on there for cashless transactions, and make sure that you cover all the bases no matter where you're at. But this is a full-size claw machine. So for those of you who have been doing minis for a while or even medium-sized claw machines, this is a big step up. And the product that you're putting in there is quite a bit bigger, and it's definitely one of those things where you're going to get a lot of attention. You can see this machine a mile away. It's a beautiful design. I mean, Claw Crazy with their arcades, they did a great job, and it's nice to have a machine that was designed by somebody that has their own route or their own arcades, because they understand how the machines are supposed to work, how they're supposed to function, and they make them so it covers a lot of the problems that you may run into. They've already thought of and put into us. And you get a full year warranty. Candy Machines has got the best customer service in the business. You can't go wrong, and they're great. And so definitely something you need to do is join the Discord, get in there. If you haven't already, go in there and enter to win this. And basically, we're going to be giving it away on July 31st. And we want to thank CandyMachines.com for teaming up with us to do this giveaway. This is a huge machine. It's a huge cost, and we want to thank them so much for teaming up with us. And I saw in the comments, are we pausing giveaways? We're going to pause the giveaways. For the 2 or 3 months or whatever, we're taking our break, and then we'll come back and we'll do more giveaways. So this is the last one for a while, you guys. So definitely enter to win. I wish I could win because I love full-size claw machines, and I think the newer technology like this is it's just a beautiful machine. I mean, look at the colors, and I just think you can see it a mile away. It's just a great design. So definitely enter to win, and thank you again, CandyMachines.com, for teaming up with us and doing this. And so great machine.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah. So it seems like there's a lot of questions about the live stream. So it's not ending, guys. It's just like the season is ending, right? So we're taking a little break for summer, but we'll be back. So not to worry. Things will start wrapping up as the weather cools down, as we get through the end of the summer, as we start talking about IAPA and some of the other conventions coming up. And then before you know it, we'll be talking about 2025 NBVA and all the good stuff that goes along with that. So don't worry, guys. Just a little break, just a little end of the season for the summer. That's all.
Nice jazz hands, by the way. I really feel like people need to understand that it takes a lot to come on here every week and do this, and we're all very busy, and it's also summertime is a slower time, I think, for the industry, as far as your machines and stuff usually don't do as much money during the summertime unless you're like in a like if you have what's the word I'm looking for, like a
Touristy area, maybe.
touristy. Thank you. Like if you're in a tourist area, sure, I'm sure you're crushing it right now. We're not in that
Which
type
I
of
am.
area.
So
Yeah, we're not there.
My
If you're-
sales are definitely up.
Yeah. Oh, yours are up. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
like we're down. You know, we're in an area where there's just not a lot going on right now. Everybody leaves. It's 110 to 115 degrees right now, and everybody's off to the lake or up to Tahoe or somewhere like that.
In
to get out of-
Oregon.
yeah, or to Oregon to get cooled off. And so people are taking vacations, and so we've got a lot going on with that, and in the fact that we're going to take some time with the family. You know, and I got 2 kids in camp. Amelia's in her cheer camp, and Sam's got another camp going on. And it's kind of a little break for all of us to kind of get back into our businesses and focus on our family and growing a little bit, and then we'll come back again in the fall and kick it off. And we, you know, when it gets kind of poopy weather outside, and
Well,
we can
keep in
you know,
mind too, like there's a reason why all the TV series and everything, they show reruns in the summer, because people are not sitting home watching TV. They're not doing like right now we have 23 viewers watching.
Mm-hmm.
You know, during the off season or the non-summertime, we have over 50 watching. So views are down way low, and it's because, you know, people are out doing their thing right now. They're on their vacations. They're enjoying the beach. They're doing things that they can do outside. They're not, you know, sitting in front of their phone or watching their TV or whatever they're doing right now. So
Totally.
it's the perfect time for a break, honestly.
Well, and I also feel like we could just record this almost at a point now where we are with the viewers, and then just replay it, and people can go back and watch it. The live is nice because we like to take comments. I think that's the
Yes.
thing that
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know
for sure.
would hurt, but it's definitely, you know, everybody goes back and watches it again because you'll see that you'll have 300 or 400 views, you know, each week, but it's after the fact. So and then and we also do the podcast too, so it's on, you know, it's on your podcast platform, and a lot of people listen to it on that also, excuse me. So but yeah, definitely I think that it's time for us to take a little break. It's been, you know, long overdue for us to get a little time.
I mean, we've literally, we haven't missed a week since November 2022 is when we started, right?
Isn't that
November
insane?
2022, almost
Yeah.
2 straight years. So over 100 weeks. I'm guessing it's probably got to be about 100 weeks, I would think, close to.
at least by now.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So
So
yep.
just a little pause. End of the season. New season will start in the fall.
And if you guys have ideas, things you'd like to see us maybe implement when we come back, you know, we're all about ideas and things that we can do to you know, to change it up a little bit. Or I know that we have a lot of people in the industry that, you know, want to come on and do stuff. I've been doing a lot of the Meet the Industry videos just because it's hard for them to come on the lives. But maybe we can start getting more, you know, maybe we can start scheduling a lot of, you know, special guests and stuff. You want to say hi?
I had a couple ideas for those. Remind
Hey,
me.
look who it is.
Hey, Amelia.
We haven't seen Amelia since Nevada.
MBVA,
Yeah, she just
Yeah.
got back from cheer practice.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
So yeah, it's only 108 degrees outside or something like that, and they
Ugh.
got them out there sweating, doing cheer
Yeah.
practice at the park.
That's all.
So it's crazy.
Brawlicon just asked about live streaming from Captain's. It's pretty far from where.
Well, I think maybe what he's referring, because we've talked about this in previous streams, would be to do a live stream where we are streaming, watching their stream,
Yeah.
and discussing each game, commenting on value.
I think that'd be awesome.
The only thing is, like, the Captain's auctions are like literally like 8 to
So-
10 hours days, aren't they?
So
Like,
long.
Yeah,
They're so
they're
They
long.
get done at
long.
like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
At our
Yeah, I ain't got that kind of.
Yeah.
I ain't got
That's
it.
the only thing.
And my dad like just has it on full blast when I go over to their house. And it's just like, oh my God. If I hear Chris say sold one more time, I might.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
But I
crazy.
tell you, some of their prices over there are crazy high.
Yeah.
Like, compared to the auctions I go
they'll
to.
pay it. Like, it's crazy. That's why a lot of
I
people,
know.
like you even told me, like, oh, you should go to Captain's and get some equipment. I'm like, I couldn't believe the prices compared to what you're seeing where you're at. Like,
It's pretty hit or miss.
Yeah.
It used to be really cheap until they started publicizing it a lot more.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I
and
got
plus-
into it right
Yeah.
before they had their big boom during COVID, and then all of a sudden, like they got really popular right after COVID, and they just,
One thing
Crazy.
too that I think drives their prices up is, can't you bid online?
yeah, you can.
Yeah,
with them.
yeah.
So
That's how
the
I've
auctions I
always
go
bought
to,
stuff.
you cannot bid online, and I think that's what keeps prices low.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty much most of their auction stuff goes to online people now.
Jesse says, "Where's Captain's?" It's in Los Angeles, isn't it?
yep, LA.
Yeah, by Disney.
Yeah. Which is like, how far is LA from here? 12 hours? 15 hours? Yeah.
I'm closer to LA than you are
13,
now.
14 hours away. So I'm not going down there anytime soon
Yeah,
to go
even
there.
though he's in
No.
California, I'm in Arizona. I'm closer to the Captain's auction.
Correct.
And I don't know what their rules are now, but for a while they weren't shipping. They were like shipping
Yeah.
for my dad, but not for most people.
So
I-
you have to hire your own shipper when you buy. They have partners that they use, and I used the guy, and actually I made a trade. I gave him some minis to ship. I traded the minis for the free shipping. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
I had this conversation with somebody the other day because they're like, "Oh, you're in California," and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, how close are you to Clawdaddy? You know, or the Clawdaddy arcades?" And I'm like, "He's down in L.A. and San Diego and stuff." And he's like, "Oh, that's California," and I'm like, "I don't think you understand. Like, you need to
Have you
relook
looked
at the
at a map?
because like a lot of people think, oh, California's skinny and it's not, but from where we are, which is Northern California above Sacramento, down
Just
to
goes
LA,
on forever.
it's like 15 hours to 16
So it's kind of
hours.
like Texas, right?
Yeah,
Only
exactly. Like
stretch.
Texas makes sense because it's so wide. Like people are like, oh, it's a big state, but like people don't look at California and think that it's a long time to get to the top to the
If
bottom.
you're driving east and west, it's not too bad.
No,
North
no,
and
no.
South
You
is
can
where it
cover
gets
that
you.
in
Yeah,
a few days.
exactly.
But like,
Exactly.
but going up, or not a few days, but I mean a few hours. But like going
It's like-
top to bottom, I mean it's a long trek.
I've made that
So,
drive a lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
but yeah.
A lot.
Jen, question for you.
The question is, I need beaver machines. LOL. The flat pack isn't on their website anymore.
Is there a reason why you need the Beaver and not just another brand of sticker machines? I mean, I would just call them. The Beaver is the easiest to just call and talk to them. I haven't ever ordered directly from their website. I always call. But just make sure if you're doing communications with them that you are very clear on the denominations you want and what exactly you want. Otherwise, they will just send you tons of stuff. And it takes a while for stuff to get from Beaver. It'll take probably almost a month. And so you just want to make sure that you're getting exactly what you want, because I ordered some parts and they sent me like tons of parts I didn't want. So just be very clear.
Any other recommendations for them?
I would not get a Beaver flat pack. That's my biggest recommendation.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, I'm surprised that someone wants it. I'm not a huge fan. I have only like 3 or 4 of them, and I think like 2 of them are in my warehouse because I just got frustrated with them. And I know how to run them, but especially if you have any variances in the sticker size or the folder size, I have not had great luck with them. But I know that a lot of vendors love them.
Dropping knowledge. Gotta love it. That's why we love you.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite thing. I would rather go with a Pinnacle or an A&A or pretty much any other sticker machine, just for usability. The only nice thing is you put a Beaver mech on there and you can, do $1 one easily. but you have to just change the back pieces.
So we bought a bunch of the new, quote unquote, sticker machines from places, and we've had nothing but problems with them. And we have an all-star vending sticker machine that we got from our neighbor who works, worked for NEN, and he had it from a location they didn't want it anymore. That's been
They
the
dumped
best.
most of those. They took most of those to the dump.
Really,
I
Yeah.
believe
so
it.
sad because that's the best
Yeah, they're
machine we
great.
have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they just
I love
work, and there's no issues, no problems, no jams, nothing, and that's in the best machine that we've had. And it's like I wish they were still around because it is such a great machine. So
Well, and you can even upgrade a lot of those to $1.50. So if eventually you want to be selling Pokemon cards for $1.50 or stickers, you
Yep.
have the ability to do that. Whereas with the Beaver Mech, your highest denomination is $1.
100%.
Um,
So
and if you
Yep.
don't have the Beaver one set just correctly, when the wheel turns, it's not gonna. Your sticker is gonna get stuck.
yeah, that All Star one, man, I love it. It's so great, and it's got the round top. It's just such a great machine.
Yeah.
So
Did you take out the top and put your own logo up there?
nope.
Because you can drill that eyelet out, pull the thing down, put your own graphics, and then put it back up, and then
No, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. No, but we haven't said anything. Like we've just had it All Star one, and
is yours the sparkly kind?
I'm trying to remember what the logo looks like. I have to look at a picture and see.
Some of the newer ones are the sparkly where it says All Star, and then some are just like a flat.
I think
red.
it's an older one. Then it's red. It's got the bubble fronts, and it's just
Oh,
so
someone said Brian from Vending Nation was able to do it with Gumball Warehouse with shooting hoop quarter machine. Well, you're mentioning my favorite machine, shooting hoops.
Yeah, that's your favorite.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I just got 18 of them.
Because we were talking about doing the add-on to the claw stand, and you're like, it has to be able to fit my shooting hoops, and I didn't even know what a shooting hoops was. Do you know what a shooting hoops is, Matt?
I don't. Well, I probably do. I've probably seen one, but I'm gonna look it up just to make sure that I'm confirming what.
Maybe you can find a picture of it. Somebody and show.
There aren't that many on the West Coast because when it came out, it was super expensive, and Beaver being on the East Coast, not a lot of people bought them. And
Are you talking like the globe top machines?
The what?
Like a globe top machine? Like
Yeah, it has the big round globe. And then down below you play basketball, you flip the
thing.
ball,
Yeah.
the gumball into the hoop. And it's a
So,
Beaver.
I've got an eBay listing here. Let me pull it up so we can all
So
see
you can
it.
share your screen.
Tell me if this is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
have seen those.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
love
cute.
them. Any variation of it. I mean, there's some like knockoff ones that are cool too, but that's a solid machine.
I've never seen that before.
That's in great shape. Look
I
how
feel
nice.
like it's kind of old school though. Like when did these first come out?
I want to say in the early 2000s,
Really? Okay.
but they didn't sell well because they were so expensive. They were like $900.
Jeez,
And
that's cool.
I think it's great. I mean, we have the one that is we do the rubber bouncy balls in it, and it's the golf one. The little thing that you turn and you try to hit the things into the holes.
does
and
yours
stuff.
have a round globe or is it
Yeah,
a soccer?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I have one of those in a soccer center and it's a soccer theme.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, ours is a golf one. We love it, and it does really well for us. The kids love the bouncy balls, so very cool. But we only got 2 minutes left. Anything else you guys want to
Yes.
cover?
Just want to say thanks again, everyone, for joining us week after week, for coming back and watching the stream, for all the comments, for all the likes, for all the super chats. We really do appreciate you all out there.
Thank you
Yes.
guys for all your support. Thanks for going to our website. We really appreciate it and getting your advertising screens and your wraps and all your stuff. Thank you guys for the support and thank you for calling us with questions. And we love talking to you guys. So we're having a really good time helping people and it's just been a blast. And please join the Facebook group. We want to try to get as many people in there as we can and make it a positive place. Same with the Discord. Join the Discord.
Tell them what the
and
Facebook group is called one more time so everybody knows.
Let's talk vending.
Let's talk vending.
And also start
Boom
saving up so
shakalaka.
that you can come to the NBVA trade show.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. We still got 2 minutes. Do it.
In Vegas in March, we have one of the biggest biggest gatherings of vendors come at the convention center and at the Westgate. So make sure that you start saving up so that there's no reason for you to not attend the National Bulk Vendors Association convention.
That's
Yeah,
right.
put
Maybe
20
Rainy will
bucks away a
show up.
week.
We had
Wait,
a
what?
huge group.
Maybe Rainy will show up.
Yeah.
There you go. I was going to say we had a huge group photo in 2023, an even bigger group photo in 2024, and let's make 2025 the biggest group photo
Yeah.
yet.
Exactly.
And I mean, join now because there's going to be the actual what's my brain not working?
Multimedia stuff.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we're
get
gonna have
it-
a Zoom call really soon.
yeah, so get
We
in
actually
there. And join
confirmed the
now.
date, I think, today.
Cool.
So-
Let me know.
Cool. All right, you guys.
All right, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to sign up for the